Well, tonight an inmate is facing murder and assault charges in connection with the death of correctional officer Joseph Gom. AJ Legault joins us now with more on the charges.
Julia, Officer Joseph Gom died 2 weeks ago following an attack inside the Stillwater Prison Industry Room. According to the criminal complaint, Edward Johnson reported to the prison shop on July 18th and checked out a hammer. Prosecutors say he used that hammer and handmade knives to attack Officer Gom. They say another inmate went and tried to get help from a corrections employee who was a shop foreman. Investigators say that foreman went into the shop and saw Johnson hitting Officer Gom in the head with the hammer. That foreman called for help. According to the complaint, numerous correctional officers say when they responded to the call for help, Johnson put his arms in the air and told them he was surrendering. An autopsy shows Officer Gom suffered multiple blunt force injuries to his head and also had 2 puncture wounds in his chest. Johnson, who was already serving a murder sentence, is now charged with second-degree murder and second-degree assault.
Wow. All right. Thank you, AJ.